today I have 4 o'clock, and we only have an hour to cover right much in the professional development office. Talking about managing the local PD in NCEES. So we'll go ahead and get started, and as people join, we'll keep adding the links to the chat. Make sure everybody can get caught up with us. So today you are joining Managing Local PD in NCEES 2021-2022. The link to the slides are in the chat. We are using WebEx meetings for our webinar today. So just real quick, you have a microphone that you can turn on, and you're welcome to turn on to ask questions. And you can also have your camera on or off. I'm going to get ready to turn mine off. I am working remote from home today. So to save some bad bandwidth, it's usually better if I turn my camera off, but I wanted to say hello to everybody first. And then please put any questions you have in the chat, especially if they're for the good of the group. If you have a private question you want to ask, you can use the Q&A panel, and that may be under your 3 dots. Also on your bar, wherever you see your navigation buttons, you'll see a little Martian robot man that you can turn on closed captions. So you just click that to turn on closed captions if you want to see the words. It's fun to see the captioner try to spell NCEES. So we have a lot of fun with that, trying to edit our transcripts. And then you should be able to view the participants and open your chat panel. Your Q&A again is going to be under your 3 dots. Audio issues. I know people that have audio issues can't hear me, but here's your answer. You need to go switch your audio, probably check on that under the 3 dots. I am Cammie Nairn. I work for Digital Teaching and Learning Division at DPI, and I manage the North Carolina Education Effectiveness System. And then I don't know if Robert's going to be able to join me today. He is in the Educator Standards and Evaluation, that area and that division, and he answers all the policy questions of NCEES, so he is just awesome. Let me see if my colleague is here. Audrey on my team, she manages learning.com, was going to join me and try to help with any questions that come in. Not seeing her yet, but she may join us shortly. Today's purpose of this session is to train folks on how to manage a local NCEES PSU, Public School Unit, PD office within NCEES PD component. NCEES has 2 components, evaluation and professional development. And the component for professional development is where our local districts, if you've opted into home base, can have a home base office, a PD office in NCEES to manage your local credit opportunities for your staff. We'll take a glance, if we have time, at the mobile app, which is what you can use to do attendance with in the PD office. PD playlist, and then transfer credit manager. Those are all actually slides in the resources section. So if we get to those, and I'll go fix the word manager there. It's not a manger. So we'll get that fixed, and we'll review that at the end of our session if there is time. I did align today's course with the DLCs for the teachers, the leadership and digital learning, and for the administrators, the human capacity and culture. So you can earn 0.1 CEU today for this course. And that said, I wanted to show you how this works in our live production site. So I'll put this link in the chat. And you can register for today's course right now. And at the end of the session, or you can register later if you don't want to take time now, you can register for this in NCEES. If you are not logged in, it will actually prompt you to log into the NCEES Cloud, and it will take you to this page, and you'll actually have a register button here. I've already registered, so I don't see it, but you can click the register button, then you'll have to click next, and then you'll click one more time, and you'll be registered for today's course. And then once you are registered, you can actually find it. I always like to show people, if you're setting up PD, what does your staff see? What are they going to look at? So they would actually, if you'd published it, they go to professional development and search for it and then find it. Or I sent you a copy registration link in the chat right now. And that is another way to register your staff. And then they just start it and then they come to their My Courses later and they find the course in their My Courses container. And here it is, Managing Local PD and NCEES. I just wanted to show it to you real quick. It always lands where you last landed. So you will probably land on the course details page once you look at your course after you've registered. Is everybody doing okay that wants to register for the course? Let me see if we have any questions. None right now. Okay. And so welcome everybody. I see we've had some more join. On this page is where everything that we're going to fill out in the PD office, creating that PD opportunity, you can see where it shows. So if you set the course provider, the credit types, if you have a funding source or a PD type set, any notes or course surveys attached, it gives the user, the registrant, a whole lot of information. I've tagged this to some focus areas for DLCs. All of that is found on course details. If the course is set up as instructor-led, which this one is, and this is what we're going to set up today, is instructor-led, there are also additional information for this section of the course. So here I can see up to 5 people can join. And then so far we've got 20 registered. That's great. That's awesome. All right. And then you also have resources that you can add, and I'll show you how to add resources for your course. So here I've added a document, and it's actually our slides for today. So they always have a resource tab. Once you click into it, it will have a button here if you want to mark that you've already viewed it. And I click that, and now it says I've already viewed it. I can then click on the other button, and it will open my slides. Since we're already open, I'm not going to do that. All right, any questions before we move on? So there's your opportunity to get registered in the course today. Oh, I did want to actually navigate to the course, and we're going to follow this in just a minute in our training site. So to get to course administration, I just want you to watch right now, is go to System Administration, Course Administration, and then you're going to be creating new learning opportunities. I actually want to go find this course. I forgot the number of it. 20156. Oh, I did it backwards. I think I got it typed wrong in the slide. 20516. Let's try 516. That's it. 20516 is the course number. All right, so this is the course that we're gonna set up an instructor-led. You don't have to copy mine, but we're gonna walk through all of these settings that you see on the right and in the middle, and scroll down. We're gonna set up a section. I hope if you guys are seeing that bar at the bottom. All right, and so in here in this section, I actually want to look at the roster and show you where when people sign up, they show up on your roster. So here you guys are. And then later at the end of the day, I'm going to grade everybody. I clicked on grade roster status, and I can mark everybody complete just by this one little step. I'll save this page. See how everybody was marked completed here? We're not going to do it now because we've not finished yet. But that's the quick way to mark everybody complete. All right, so let's get you guys started. So if you'd like to follow along and you don't have a PD office or don't have access to your PD office yet, here are some training accounts. Copy that. And then I'm also going to add a link into the chat for our training site. If you'd like to be working in that. I know some of you just like to watch the screen. That's fine. We were going to do this together. So I'm going to click on this top link. Okay, so it opens up into a spreadsheet, and you should be able to click into the spreadsheet and put your name or your initials beside one of these users in one of these training accounts. I have my name in the first one. Okay, I'll give you all time to do that. And once you've got your name or initials in there, I need you to copy the user. I mean, it's in the orange column. This is the login username. And then remember that password, train with a capital T 2021. Y'all a minute to get in there. Does anybody need any links again? Everybody doing okay? So once you have your username copied, you can go to, did I not click that link?
They removed my name.
Somebody removed your name? Did somebody have a question?
I was number 2 and someone removed it.
Oh no, go grab another one. I'm sorry. Try not to remove somebody's names, guys. Yep, find one that says your name or your name / initials, and that is where you can type your initials or your name.
Oh.
Yep, don't remove somebody else's name. While you're doing that, I did want to show you there are a couple other tabs out here we're not going to use today, but you can use later. So until I change passwords or notify everybody that we're not using this sheet anymore, you can use these training accounts and get back in the training site. So the PD office comes with office administrators, and those are people that can create courses without getting anybody's approval. If you have people that you want to put in your PD office, but they need to get your approval before the course is approved, before the course can go out, you can set up what's known as course requesters. I do have some training accounts for that. And ideally, whichever one you selected over here, you should use the same number for the course requester. It'll be a different first name. It'll be like teacher 3. And if you were in 010310, get the same one so they're in the same location. And then any course requester needs somebody to approve a course. Office administrators cannot approve a course. So that would be the final approver. We're not going to go into all that today. That's a longer session. So the final tab is if you want to just go out there and play with what a final approver looks like. All right, so has everybody got their username? All right, so here I've opened up the training site. Is this information for new teachers? Not really. This is for administrators, anybody that's a professional development lead. It can be for new teachers if you're interested in creating courses for your location, and if your location is using this PD office in NCEES. It is informational for you, so if you'd like to hang out with us, we're good. If you want to go, we're good with that as well. But it is for those people that work in the PD office in NCEES to create courses for credit for teachers and support staff and administrators. All right, so we're going to put the username in the username section. And then you're going to type the password, which is train with a capital T. It is case sensitive, 2021. And we're making good
time. Cammie, someone is saying that they don't have Dayla says she doesn't have her username yet.
Okay. Well, click on the link for the username training accounts. Put the link to the training accounts. Thank you, Audrey. That was Audrey. See what I'm doing wrong here. There we go. So what you did is if you put your name in a row, come over to the orange column and copy that username. It's a number dot teacher 1. That's going to be your username. All right, and then the password is train with a capital T 2021. And when you get in, it should look like this. So I'll make sure you can get in and then go ahead and navigate to System Administration. And on the left, you should see Course Administration. Now, my training site was down last night, so I was working early before 4 o'clock this morning, trying to get these set all back up. So they finally got me back in the training site. So if you get a user that's not working, just go out there and grab another one. All right, so if you're having any issues, please put that in the chat. Audrey is watching. We're going to move on. I just want to make sure that you've gotten in. You've clicked on System Administration. It took you to the administration page, and under Applications, you're going to click on Course Administration. All right, and let's hang out there. We're going to go look at some slides, and we're going to come back. All right, so now that we're at the PD office, I do want to let you know that in NCEES, the PD office, the courses are called Learning Opportunities. That's because it can cover more than a course. So if you have state level mandates that you want to offer a session for your staff and they're going to earn credit for the session, that can go in the PD office. Anything entered in, yes. Question? Oh, okay. Anything that you tag to standards in when you set up your course, when you align standards to it, it turns on light bulbs in your teacher's observations, depending on if you tagged it to the teacher evaluation. It turns on the light bulb, and they can go actually click on that light bulb in their observation and find your course, depending on which standard that they are looking at. So the light bulbs show up on each standard and element. So keep that in mind. If you're having book studies, you can put those together and give people credit. You can set them up in your PD office. Any regional PD, we do have a area of NCEES called Transfer Credit Manager that you can offer credits to, but the PD office is not really connected here, although this is connected to the same transcript. When you complete people in the PD office or enter credits through the Transfer Credit Manager, all those credits go to a staff transcript. And then if you have any departmental or district-led PD or PD plan goals and growth sessions, PLCs, any of that can go in your PD office. So just real quick, here are the roles that are in the PD office. Today, you guys are all PD office administrators, especially in the training site. This role can create courses without approval. There is an area where you can go verify a certificate. So if somebody comes to you, they said, I printed my certificate out and it came from NCEES, you can actually go look it up in NCEES and make sure it does match what's in NCEES. And then you can manage any recurring dates. Maybe you have a course that you need to reoccur on certain dates. You can set up a reoccurring date in the system. You can also manage other roles for people. So if you're a district that wants to have those course requesters or final approvers, if you have course requesters, you must have a final approver. Because remember, the PD office administrator cannot approve what a course requester submits. Those are your roles. We do not use course reviewer in NCEES. So just a little bit to think about. These are the areas that you're going to be filling out when you create your course. So I have linked a document here with these areas on it if you need something to kind of make your own or type up your own thinking and process to what am I going to name my learning opportunity? What is the overview and purpose of it? Who is my target audience? Am I going to align it to standards or some focus areas? How much credit or how many hours is this course going to take and how does that translate into CEUs? And then what credit type am I going to award? And where is it going to be located? Who can see it? Who can take it? How many can take it? And then should this be self-paced or instructor-led? Most of our districts are definitely in the instructor-led part of this PD office. And then are you going to add any resources to this learning opportunity? Any questions? All right. Anybody that's behind, go ahead and put in the chat if you want us to redo anything. I'm fine. We will go revisit. I don't want to leave anybody behind. All right. So we're going to create this new learning opportunity. Here are the help guides. This one on the left is brand new. I have not even posted it to the NCEES site yet. I will put that in the chat. I'm moving all my help guides over to Google Docs so that you can make a copy and redo it as your own. I only ask that if you redo it, you rebrand it. And don't say this is DPI's doc. So you can always make a copy. It also affords us the opportunity when we have a version change that you don't always have to get a new link. You've already got the link. We'll just update the document. The one on the right is the settings in the PD Office. It is still PDF form, so I've not had a chance to move it over yet, but you can still use that as well. All right, so this is what we just did. We went and we got our user and we went to System Administration. We clicked on Course Administration. Now we're going to get ready to create a new learning opportunity. And we're going to go create an Instructor Leg Course. And then our settings window will show up. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of what the difference is between the self-paced and Instructor Leg Course. So as far as the setup, so when you're setting those up in NCEES, Instructor Leg Course has 3 parts. You're going to create what I call the CEU shell. So what we are doing when we're setting up the course, we're going to title it. We're going to say what credit type is it and how many CEUs are you going to earn. Those are the main areas that you are required to set. And once you save that, we have some settings to set. Do you want it to show up in the catalog? If so, is it going to show to everybody in your district, or is it only going to show to the elementary schools? You can set that. And then the third part of an Instructor Leg Course is to create the section that people are going to register for. For a self-paced learning opportunity, I wouldn't use that really unless you are a district that uses Moodle, and you can use the Moodle that's attached to NCEES. So NCEES does have Moodle attached. DPI did create much of their courses in Moodle, and then we just connect it in there. You can use that same Moodle that we use, that open source Moodle. So if you do want to try creating self-paced learning opportunities, there is a Moodle connected. We are not going to go through how to do Moodle today. Down below on the lower right of this slide, we are doing the create courses without approval, and this is PowerSchool's help. Just a quick look at some of the action menus that I wanted to highlight the links that we're going to look at today. So we're mainly staying on the left, the instructor led. You won't have an action menu until you create your course. And then you've got all the settings that we're going to look at on the left. In the middle is where you go into the section to view your roster or to get that copy registration link like I shared with you just a little bit ago. All right, when you are in the live site, you will see this question mark. It is additional area to go to for help if you forget what all these fields are when we get out there.
This is Louise Simmons. Hi.
Hi.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm not able to, I tried to get the, I clicked on the link to go to the training part, and I'm not seeing my name when it pulls up wait for you to grab, a role. I'm not able to, I don't see my name. What do I do about that?
On the participant list, if you're looking at the participant list, let me drag this over here. If you're looking at this list, you have to put in your name. So come down.
Okay, it's not letting, I'm sorry, come down through what?
Come down to where it says your name and initials.
I'm trying to put.
You should be able to click in there. It's editable.
Well, okay, I think I have to, okay, I'm on the phone attending, so I'm adding the app now. Okay,
Okay.
so I just
All right.
do that and follow the prompts. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for your question. Okay. So let's go over to the live site. We're getting close to 4:25, so let's go over there. Let me make sure I can get there. Okay. So here we go. We're at system administration. We went to course administration. Now I want everybody to click on create new learning opportunity. Let me zoom in so you see that. Over here on the left, you have create new learning opportunity. Somebody doesn't have system administration on their tab, you may need to go, you should, but you may need to go grab a different, if you're in your live site, you may not. You may not have those rights. If you're in the training site, go grab a different teacher. All right, we want everybody to click on Instructor Leg Course. Is everybody there? This is where I miss face-to-face sessions sometimes. All right, so yes, we'll get you the link to the training site. I'll put both in there because I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I'll put the links back in there, I hope. If it says course
Excuse me,
approval,
Cammie.
yes, if it says course, go ahead.
Arlie said that hers does not say course administration. It says course approval.
Actually,
Yeah.
I
So
need to be on this. It's above my head.
Okay.
So, no worries.
Okay.
I'm just staying on it so I can get credit.
Yeah, that's fine. And some of the teachers may do that, may have that. Just go grab a different teacher. That was part of the glitch, I think, last night when I got locked out of the training site. So yeah, just if you get time, go grab another teacher. All right, so the steps were system administration, course administration. On the left, about 4 down, you're going to go to create new learning opportunity. And then we're going to click Instructor Leg Course. All right, so, and no problem to the person that said they're late, you're good. If you need anything to help catch up, just put some questions in. Audrey can help me get you caught up, and we'll get everybody on the same page. All right, so this is your opportunity to create a course. You can name it My First Course. You can name it How to Keep Bees, whatever. You make something up. So anything, let me zoom in so you can see this a little better. Notice you don't have a menu because we've not created the course yet. You don't have a course number because we've not created it yet. But you do need a course title, and it is required. Anything that has an asterisk is required. So enter a course title. You can put your initials after it just in case somebody else has the same course. Okay. So notice in here, there's not a lot that's required. It only takes 10 minutes to set up your course. So we're going to put in a title. If you have a description ready, you can put that in. I'm just going to copy my title and put that in. But notice, description right now is not required. It would be nice to have one, so when your people go sign up for the course, they have a description to read. If you have any kind of disclaimer that needs to be put out there, then please put that in the disclaimer section. If you have access to more than one office, you'll see that here. We only have in the training site access to this test office. All right, the next part is very important. We're all going to select non-Moodle. Moodle is not connected in test. So if you want to try that out, you're going to have to do that in your live PD office. Canvas is only for DPI staff. This is for blue Canvas. Now DPI, instead of building out courses in Moodle, they're building out courses in the blue Canvas. So please select non-Moodle, and again, it is required. And now if you know how long your course is going to be, this is where you need to set how many CEUs is it going to earn. So I'm going to do a 2-hour course, and that would translate 1 hour equals 0.1 CEU. So I'm going to do a 2-hour course, and this is going to be 0.2 CEUs. I'm going to do academic subject area for mine. So your choices are literacy, academic subject area, general, leadership, and DLCs. The next few sections are optional.
Excuse me, Cammie.
Yes.
They want to know if they enter as hours or credit.
Credits. You're going to enter, I don't know if you can see this, but up here in this dark, I don't know why they have it in dark letters, but it's CEUs. So enter the amount of CEUs. You can put the hours in right here where it says duration. I'll go ahead and put in 2 hours. I kind of skipped over funding source. If you want this for reporting purposes later, you might want to select a funding source. If there's no funding source, just leave it blank. Or if you don't want to report it here. PDP type, this too is optional. This is going to be, let's see, this is going to be a face-to-face event registration. We're going to learn how to do jumping jacks. And again, that's not required. If there are prerequisites that are not enforced, you can list those in this next box. All right, the next box down is called enforced prerequisites. And you can add, as long as it's in the NCEES system, other courses to be a prerequisite for your course. So you can click, I hope this doesn't take forever. You can click list all, and here's all the courses it sees. Look at there. So maybe I want this one to be a prerequisite. And then I'll click next. And there it is. If you didn't really want it, you can always uncheck it. And now it's no longer an enforced prerequisite. Okay, and then here's some additional notes. If you have additional notes you need that you didn't want to put in the description, here's another area that the users see. And now we need to think about, am I going to allow the participant to enroll in multiple sections of this same course? So maybe this jumping jacks course needs to take place Tuesday evening and Thursday evening. Do I want to set up a section for each of those? And then I need to come back up and say, well, then this only needs to be 0.1 CEU because I'm going to have 2 sections and they only need, that's an hour each. And they only need to get 1 credit when I complete each section. So you need to think about that.
Excuse me, Cammie. Someone wants to know, are they able to complete these steps when I get to a non-cell device? I am having tech issues with following the steps live today. That's
yes. If you're on your phone right now, yes. When you get on your PC, you can complete all this. I'm leaving the test site open for you, the training site open for you. Just follow along and just redo the steps.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. So if they can enroll in more than 1 section, because usually NCEES says you're already registered for this section in this course, you can't enroll in 2 unless you've checked this box. All right. Do you want to add a course survey at this course level? You have another chance at the section level to add these same surveys. These are DPI created. They are old. We will be updating them hopefully over this coming year. But we have for educator effectiveness, facilitated courses, instructor leg course survey, a self-paced course survey. I'm not quite sure what UDL stands for, or pilot survey. most people either choose instructor led or self-paced if they want to add a survey. And then you come back into NCEES and see those survey results. People have to complete the survey when they complete a course to get their certificate. They will be awarded their credit, but they don't get their certificate if you've added a survey until they complete it. Do not require section start and end times. This is for instructor-led courses. If I'm not doing my course, say my course is going to be from 5 to 6 this evening and Thursday evening 5 to 6. Maybe I have a course that doesn't need those strict start and end times. You can check this box and then the section will not require you to set those section start and end times. If you have any files that you want people to look at, you can attach those here. We are not going to check the archive box. All right, does anybody need any of that repeated? Because we're going to click the Create Instructor Leg Course. You could save it as a draft if you're not ready to go on. You do only have 60 minutes to finish this page before it reverts back out. It will never take 60 minutes unless you are don't have anything prepared for the setup. All right, so we're going to click Create Instructor Leg Course. Okay. Everybody there? Notice now you have the gear icon and the drop down. It's pretty much the same thing. The gear icon goes to the edit page, puts you right back here to edit it. I'm going to save changes. You can also cancel it. Also under here is your settings that we're going to look at on the right in just a minute. We're not going to do the settings under the menu. If everybody's ready, you've got your course, we're going to take a look at the settings for the next 5 minutes. Okay. All right. So over here on the right, and you can also, sure, go ahead.
Do we still need to put the prerequisite or not?
That is an
optional. I'm
optional.
trying to do the one that you did, but when I click on it, I don't see any button that I can click after I choose one. So even
adding a prerequisite?
Yeah, or I just do not have anything.
You may not have anything. If you want to email me later, I'll follow back up with you and we'll look at what you see. Okay. Yep. And are you in the training site or in your production site?
I am the training site.
Okay. It may not have everything in it. So yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's look at adding settings. So the location availability. Once you enable your section, we've not created it yet, it puts it in, it's the catalog. However, it's like a big virtual catalog in the cloud. It puts it in the cloud catalog. Nobody can see it because it's not been delivered to the hub that needs to see it. So it's in the catalog once you enable it, but they can't see it until you set their location. So let's click on Set Locations. And you're not going to have a lot to choose from. If you're in your live site and you're at the district level, you'll see the word district here. Since we are in the training site, we're only seeing school. If I had the word district, I could drill down in and select my district and add it. Since we're a school, we only have one school in the training site. If you were at the district level and you selected school here, you would have if you're a public school, not a charter, charter's only going to have one school. Your public LEAs, they're going to have a whole list of schools. So they can add only their high schools, they can add only their elementary schools, they can do it that way. So let's all just click add. We're going to add our school. Any questions about adding a school? You can add district or school in your PSU. It shows up down here. If you were adding a bunch of schools and you added the wrong one, you just click the box and then say remove selected. I want to leave it here. Okay. And there's a done button at the bottom and there's a done button at the top. So click either one. And now it's available. And now when I get ready to make my section and make it, enable it, it will show up to anybody that's in the training school when I search for it in professional development. These next three areas are similar but different. Required demographics. Do I want to require at this point people to take this course? And we'll take a look at it. What happens is they'll see it under my courses. They have a little container that says required course. So if you're setting up a course that certain people should take, you may want to set up the required courses. So maybe I need to enable it first. So maybe my instructional staff need to learn about jumping jacks. So I'm going to click the box for instructional. I'm going to click enable, and it becomes a link. I'm going to click on my link, and then I need to decide who needs to take this course. I'm going to look at their certification year. I would not look at classification. NCEES is not authoritative for classifications of teachers. I'll show you what it is. Comprehensive Standard Unlicensed. Just because the classification says they're comprehensive doesn't mean they are. And it depends on the data coming in from your district. Now, if you want to give this to everybody that's on a comprehensive plan, then I would select evaluation type and select comprehensive. Certification years, those should be coming in correctly. So if you want to do those, or you can select the role. So maybe all my ROTC teachers need to take my jumping jacks courses. So I would select that, and then I would click save. And then I would click done. And then I could add any other ones that I wanted to and click done. So now I know my course, when it's published all the way, it will show up for the ROTC teachers in the training school under my courses. Same thing for recommended. Recommended has a box on the My Courses page as well. However, it's optional for them to take. The required ones, don't make them sign up for it. You're still going to have to follow up with them, but they can never hide the course on the My Courses page. They can hide recommended courses. Restricted demographics, the same steps we just did, but I only want my principals to take it. So I would go click on enable and administrative, drill down to the role for principal, and now only the principals in the training site are going to see that course if they were to search for it. Any questions about the demographics? We are recording today. Somebody had a question out there, and I didn't turn off my video, but we're doing good. So it will be available by Friday. Resources. This is the important one I wanted you to see. So let's click on Manage Resources. All right. So you have Add Resource, Find Resource, Reorder Resources. Reorder is only once you've got a list of resources, you can then reorder them. And if you click on Find Resources, it's going to pop up. You can see everybody else's resources that are out there and maybe choose one of them. I probably wouldn't do that. If I want to add my own resources, I'm going to click Add Resource. You can add a book, you can add documents, a message board. You can link it to the PowerSchool help website. You can add a video link or a website link. All right, so just like I did earlier, I put the link. Let me grab one of our links. All right, so I'm going to choose a resource. I'm going to do our website, and let's do our training site. I'm going to paste that resource in there. Well, the wrong place. That goes in the URL. I need to name it. You can put tags in. That's up to you if you want to tag it. Just make it easier. I don't know why we use tags, but you could, because they're actually getting a link like I showed you earlier when you got your resource tab. This is going to show up under the resource tab. You can put in a description. I've never used the HTML box. Don't really know what it does. I never changed this number here. You can attach a file. The thumbnail is a little tiny picture, and it's like, let me see how big it is. 30 by 30 pixels. If you want to add a little tiny picture on the resource button, on the resource tab. I never really add that. Then you just click save. All right. And now I have a resource. So this is where once you've added more than one resource, you could come out here and reorder your resources. I only have one, so it's not going to be able to reorder yet. Any questions about adding resources? All right, I'm going to click done. You do have choices of what it looks like, opening it in another window or forced preview in the modal window. Okay, so we're ready to create our section. So we've already got our course. We've set up our, you guys need to catch me. Focus areas. Let's go align a focus area. This is helpful for when people, especially if you publish it to the catalog, this is helpful for reporting. It's also helpful when they're searching professional development. If they're looking for AIG courses or NCEES courses, you can tag those areas. The DLCs are on down. If you have a local district strategic plan, we've got generic, the 5 different areas of a strategic plan. If you've got a course or learning opportunity that aligns to that, here's those DLCs you could align to. You just check all you want, and you have to scroll all the way down and click save. We have a bunch in there for the lunchroom, the lunch courses, which are not in there yet. So there's a bunch of tags for those. All right, so now we have a focus area tag. The standard tags, I wanted to show you that real quick. If you're going to align it to standards, this is good, especially if people in your district want to know, well, what are you offering that's aligned to the teacher standards or the administrative standards? You have a different bunch to choose from here. Zoom out just a little bit. The abbreviated teacher process, career development, instructional technology, any of these, NC principal pilot rubric, the teacher evaluation process. If you align it to that, we're just going to select that and click go. Just wanted to show you what it looks like. It gives you their standards. If this course meets one of the standards out here, let's see, we're going to do jumping jacks as part of working collaboratively with families and significant adults in the lives of students. So you can click that alone, or you can click the whole standard and then just come down and say align to the elements. I've only selected an element. All right. And I'm going to click done. And now I can see that it's aligned. Okay. Now, y'all ready to create a section? We're going to click on new section. All right. Now, your section should be titled a little differently from your course. I'm just going to copy my course title, and I'm going to say this is Tuesday section.
Can you go back a little bit? I just missed one part.
Okay.
Please.
Let's see if we can get back. All right. So this is where we created a section. You scroll down on your course, and over on, I'm sorry, I can't scroll up any higher, but over here at the bottom right, you have a new section button. And we're going to click on new section.
Excuse me, Cammie. Someone wants you to explain the difference in section and course.
So a course is the area where we set up how many CEUs it's going to get. And if you did self-paced course, you do not have to create a section. But a section is actually where your registrants are going to register. You're going to set up now their registration area. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so here we're going to set up our registration section. I'm going to name it the same as my title, but I'm going to put this is my Tuesday section. If I had a location that I wanted to put in, I can put in the street address, the city, the state, the zip. If there's a room we need to meet in, maybe we're meeting in gym 104 for my jumping jacks class. Who is your contact person? This can be anybody. It does not have to be a NCEES. I guess you could put their name there. All right, and then their email. How many people can take this course? It's only going to be limited. We're going to do, let's do 25 can take my jumping jacks course. Am I going to allow a wait list for that sign up? You can check that box, and then you have to fill out the wait list size. How many people can be on the wait list? What date is my course going to start? It's going to start, let's see, let's let it start on the 21st, and it's going to end on Thursday the 23rd, because I'm going to go create another section. Or yeah, I can just put the same day if I'm just doing Tuesday section. So let's do the 21st. What day can they stop registering for the course? When is it going to end? Maybe I can let them register up through the 20th. What date is the wait list? Since I turned it on, what is the cutoff for the wait list date? So I'm going to put that on the 20th. I did not check the box that says that it's going to skip the start and end time. So I have to put in my start and end times. My course is going to be in the evening, so we can have the parents come with their students. And we're going to do, let's do 6 o'clock p.m. And we're going to end at 7. This was a 2-hour course. We're only doing one section right now. All right. I don't want a follow-up survey, but you could add one here. Notice with this survey, you can actually turn it off so that they don't have to answer it, and eventually they'll get their certificate. So you could add a survey, and what date do you want it to follow up by? What day do you want to go out? Maybe the last day of class, maybe the next day. Do I want to deactivate the survey if they decided they don't want to fill out my survey? So you just do it in the number of days you want it to run. So let me just run it 5 days. And am I ready to release my course so people can register for it? Yes. Or I could say, no, I don't want to release it until 1 p.m. on tomorrow. Okay. We can set instructors, but not yet. This discussion board is only in NCEES, so you must have somebody that's going to moderate it. This is not where, if you have your own discussion boards for a course, put that in your resources. If you want to use the discussion board, and I've never actually been out there to use it, so that would be learn on your own. You would need somebody to moderate that. Here are section notes. Maybe you want to say you need to bring your water bottle and a mask, whatever you need to put your notes there. And then keep it in progress because it's not after we aren't done with it. And then any attachments if you want, and you're going to click create. How's everybody doing? Got about 8 minutes, so we're going to wrap it up in just a minute. Okay, notice we stayed on the section. We now have our section number. And if you'll scroll down, you can see everything that you've entered. We've not set the class times yet. We did set some times, but it's not your class times yet. Here's where you manage your instructors when you scroll down. So I'm going to click on that. I am going to be instructor for this course. And if you want to add your teacher that you signed in with so you can see what they see later, you can do that. You have to click find user. You actually need their first name and last name to find them. You're going to check the box and click add user. And if I can, I'm this teacher here. I was going to show you.
Excuse me, Cammie, could you go back over how they'll get to this page?
Yes. So once you had finished your section, see if I can get back there to it. Yeah. Once you finish your section and you've saved it, it stays on the section page. Let me see if I can get back to it. There. So we're on the section page, and I created it. It's already created. I don't want to mess it up, so let me come back this way. All right. So if you need to go in and back out, you can come back in here and edit your section. But once you've saved it, I'm going to click save again. Now, there's my buttons at the bottom of that page.
And Cammie, how do we get to the section page again?
On your course, when you get into your course, scroll down to the bottom of your course. So you're on your course page. Scroll down to the bottom or the section. If you've saved your section and you need to get back to it, you need to come to your course, scroll down to your section. You can edit it or manage it. If you click manage it, you're going to have those buttons. If you click edit, you're going to have to click save when you come back in here to get the buttons. All right, so we've added instructors. I'm going to move on to class times because this is important. We only got a couple minutes. All right, I'm going to click add new class time and watch what happens. Because I set those class times on the other page, that automatically populates my class times. You need this if you're going to use the attendance app, or if you're going to print out a sign-in sheet, you need your class times. I'm going to click save and exit. All right, anything about setting class times? The last button I wanted us to look at is viewing the roster. So let's click on view roster. And we will have a longer session later this year to really dig into this roster page and just fully dig into all these setups. This was just a quick, how do I get in and create my PD learning opportunities. So now I'm on the roster page. I don't have anybody signed up for this course, but this is where you can come in, you can add learners one at a time with this add learner button. If you don't want people to search for your course, you can just search for them and add them to the roster. There's also an add learner advanced, which I won't click into because we only have 2 minutes. But you're going to need the people's UID numbers that are in NCEES or their emails that are in NCEES. Once you have a list of those, you can mass add people to your roster. And if you are creating a course after the fact, after the event happened, when you use Add Learner Advanced, you just upload all those email addresses. It looks and checks to make sure everybody's in NCEES and lets you know if anybody's having any issue, if it can't find somebody. But then it also gives you a box that says, mark them attended and mark them completed. So you could do that with Add Learner Advanced. I want to come back to our course. Well, it has logged me out. I don't think I got time to go log back in, as we've already at the 5 o'clock hour. I'm going to go get logged back in and mark you guys all complete for your course today. Do we have any final questions about the basic setup of a course? All right, well, I hope you learned a little bit about the PD Office today and how easy it is to set up those courses. Once you mark people complete, they can go to My Courses, and they will actually have a button over here for their learning opportunities and for their transcript. I don't know if you can see it behind this thing right here. So this is a training teacher, so they're not going to have anything on their transcript, but this is where the credits are going to show up. Oh, they do have credits. Look at there. But these were entered through Transfer Credit Manager. Let me get the link for the feedback survey for you guys. And put that in the chat. We do have a lot of resource slides for you for the Transfer Credit Manager and the PD playlist. I appreciate you guys coming out and joining this. I know it was a short session for a PD office, but we will have a longer one later. And I will hang on. Did that go out? I think it went to Audrey. Let me try this again. For the feedback. And I hope you guys have a great night and you were able to learn a little bit. So do go out there and check out your resource slides. And we're going to end the recording in just a minute. These are your resource slides for Transfer Credit Manager. The mobile app, this is awesome for taking attendance. PD playlist. This is great for like those ECATS courses. You could set up a playlist and track people to see if they are done with their ECATS courses. And PD playlist people, you don't have to be connected to a PD office. So that's one good thing about playlists. Our NCEES Google site. I have a lot of webinars. If you're ready to go out and learn more about the PD, I have a lot of webinars out here on the NCEES playlist, on the YouTube playlist. So go, especially part 1 and part 2. This will get you into everything you wanted to know about the PD office. And there's my contact information. So thank you all for joining us today. Yep. The location for the survey is your location. I do have a couple charters that I know are not in the list. Just select other. I think that's what you're asking, Marty. All right, and I will keep a record of all the questions that were put in and make sure we answered all your questions. And thank you, Audrey, for helping out with those questions.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording. You guys have a great evening, but I'm going to hang on here if you guys need to unmute or want to ask me any questions.